Hello, I am Daliah Bell, and I also go as Girl on the Rocks. I am a writer, entertainer, and educator. Alright, so for writing, I've been doing writing because as outrageously loud as I am, sometimes I don't feel like I can express certain things to certain audiences. So when I write, I can be totally myself. I used to fill up notebooks and just make scripts of nonsense and crazy stories. I remember my first book was called My Teacher is a Witch. That was my first book that I ever wrote in a notebook in 4th grade. And then entertainment is my passion. It just comes naturally to me. I think, I have a great example. So my mother was at a Christmas party the day before I was born. So I was born to party. Educational background. Okay, so I went to Curtis High School. C-Dub. I was a cheerleader all 4 years, so that's really where the entertainment came in. I was never nervous to be in front of a crowd. I was always in front of the football crowd, and I was also a competitive cheerleader, so we would go to competitions in Jersey and Philly and things like that. I went to Catholic school for elementary school. I went to St. Peter's Elementary with my brother. And then I went to Kingsborough Community College. I went there for journalism and print media. I was on a radio station there. And then I graduated from there with my associates in journalism. And I went on to go to City Tech for a semester and a half for entertainment technology. But I was like, no, this is not it. So then I transferred again to Hunter College for early childhood education. And that's where I'm at right now. I most identify with entertainer because that's just natural to me. Wherever I go, I'm the loudest person, the most hyper, and I can move crowds really well. So my first published story was called The Need for Weaves, and it was similar to the movie that Chris Rock did about black women in hair and the hair industry and things like that. I actually went to salons, I took pictures, I interviewed women who do hair, and I also interviewed women who get their hair done religiously, just like me. And, it relates to me and it inspires me because about 3 years ago, I stopped putting heat to my hair. So I haven't put heat to my hair in about 3 years, and it's super important to me now. And the last time that I went to the salon, I had my hair blown out and I could smell it. And it made me cry. And I sat in a chair and I cried. And so I wrote that story, and it inspired me because I wanted women to know that there are other options. You don't have to perm your hair. You can braid it, you can weave it, you can cut it all off if you want, you can color it. It's okay to color your hair. A lot of black women feel that they can't color their hair because that's like outrageous for us, but blues and purples look great on us. So something that's close to home. So hair has always been a big thing for me. That's like my favorite part of my body, my head. Oh man, a lot actually. A lot of people tell me that I'm great at what I do, and it's funny because when I don't feel confident, that's when I get the most compliments. When I'm like super nervous and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver the way that I would like to. But in my my educator area, that's where I get the most meaningful compliments, I guess. When I do classes with kids and they're like, hey, are you gonna come back next week? Are you here all the time? Where do you hang out? Do you want to hang out? Like things like that. I have regulars at the museum who know me, so when I'm not at work, they see me, they stop and say hi to me, and I'm like, I must be making an impact. And I also just did a baby shower, and one of the parents at the baby shower wasn't able to come to the baby shower because she had gotten 2nd-degree burns on the right side of her body. And so she was on FaceTime with her wife who was at the baby shower, who was having the baby. And, she was upset when she came in and she was crying and everything. And then after the party was over, the next day she emailed me and she was just like, I just want you to know that I'm so happy that you came and you did the music and everything for my shower and you turned my sad day into a really bright celebration. And I was just like, I got you. That is such a hard question. What would I have, or what would I choose? Can I choose it? Okay. If I couldn't choose, it would probably be Banshee's superpower, because I'm really loud. Like, really loud. Like, my mom used to tell me I could break glass with my scream when I was little, and I used to try. It didn't work. But if I could choose, it would be invisibility. I want to be invisible.
Why?
I don't know. Let me think. Why would I want to be invisible? Well, I can get into places for free. I can buy things without paying for them. It's just a great life, you know. You get in where you fit in. If you couldn't fit in before, now you're invisible. So there are no limits. Yes.
Why?
Because we're broke. No. It should be funded because, you know, art is things that you create from nothing. You know what I mean? You create things that mean something to you out of nothing. You go out and you put that pressure on yourself to show it to the world. And so I think that art should be funded because these are things that we're doing to keep ourselves out of trouble. These are things that we're doing to teach ourselves things instead of going to schools and being in $60,000 worth of debt. And hey, if you go to art school and you listen, you're creating something that is yours and your own. Nobody else can create the art that I make. Nobody else can create the art that other artists that I know make. Like, it's just different. And art is unique. And we need more uniqueness because the world is beginning to be very bland and all the same. And we need to stay articulate. So give us money. I would love to be the organizer for Coachella in 5 years. Boom. Coachella. It's okay to say no. That is the best advice I've been given. I haven't really taken it, but it is okay to say no. Sometimes I feel like I have to say yes because I'm an educator and I'm teaching kids how to do the right thing. And sometimes I feel like I have to say yes based on the person that I'm talking to. If it's my mother, I can't say no to my mom. But I know I can say no to her. There's repercussions, but I can say no to her. You can't say no to certain people as far as authority is concerned. And when you're a DJ like me, you want to say yes to everybody and take all of the gigs, but you don't want to triple book yourself and end up having to lose out on money and things like that. So the best advice I've ever been given is to say no sometimes. And can I say another one? All right. My grandfather has a lot of sayings. That's like his thing. He has a bunch of them. But the one that sticks with me forever to like the day I'm 6 feet under is mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. And that is fire. I don't know how he came up with that, but it makes sense, right? Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it has no substance to your life. I like controversial themes. I like themes that I feel like other people can relate to, especially women, Black women especially. So I'm actually in the middle of writing a piece on my 5 female inspirations right now. And I'm actually in the middle of trying to incorporate it with famous women and local women that I know who I can actually connect with in person. I like to do, if I'm writing a story rather than an article, I like sci-fi, mystical, horror, things like that. Things that I can't really watch on TV because I'm too scared. So, yeah.